He is the commander of the International Space Station, but he's also my travel agent. For the last month, I've been going wherever he points to do a story on someone in that country. But not today. Today, we're telling his story. Aside from being the master of my world, who is Commander Jeff Williams?
I want to eat a meal where the food behaves well on my plate.
52-year-old Jeff Williams is a West Point grad who's been with NASA since 1987. This is his third trip to space, and by the time this mission is over, he will have logged more than a year up there. That's more than 6,000 laps around the planet.
They're going 17,500 miles an hour.
This is his wife, Anna Marie.
My wife gets mad at me when I go 70.
They've been married almost 30 years.
I do too. I still tell Jeff how to drive down here. That's my honey.
Anna Marie says it's a little different.
Hello.
Being married to a man who's off the planet as often as Jeff is.
I'm good. How are you?
But Anna Marie says it's not as different as you might imagine.
No.
They communicate through twice daily phone calls and even email. Last month, the space station got internet.
So one of the first things he did was order me flowers through Amazon, which was really cool.
Really cool. Almost too cool.
So I have to be careful now because he can actually see our bank accounts now that he's got the internet.
That actually leads us to the potential downside of being able to communicate so much more with your spouse. You can communicate so much more with your spouse.
I mean, what if you have a fight with your wife? Everybody's a part of it?
No, we have it set up so it's what I would call semi-private.
Well, that's what they tell you, of course, but everybody's listening in.
Well, of course, yeah. Hey, when living in this bubble, I treat nothing as if it's private. That's actually a pretty good way to live in general, I think.
For a guy who lives in space, I found Jeff extremely down to earth. He likes taking pictures and has photographed some of the most striking scenery on the planet. And yet, his favorite view remains this one, from his back porch.
I want to breathe the air that has the smells of Earth in it.
He says the other thing, even more wondrous than that big blue pool, are these two little ones. His first grandson, who is especially enamored with our globe, was born just 2 days before Jeff left on this mission.
It's been kind of hard for him, I think, to be away from that little guy. Let's see our book.
It's funny. His whole life, all Jeff wanted to be was an astronaut. And yet the older he gets, he says, the more he wants to be just an earthling.
What are you doing? You can see more of Jeff's pictures in a coffee table book scheduled for release when he lands in April. It's called The Work of His Hands.